What's up, guys? It's me, KBKronic. I got another box opening here for you today. It is going to be Commander Legends, the newest draft set in Magic the Gathering. It's based around the Commander format, which is probably my favorite format. It's a cool little multiplayer format with some different rules and different deck building strategies and whatnot involved in it. But yeah, so I'm going to cut away real quick, and then we're going to tear into this box and see what all we got. Okay, so here we go. We have the box. Hopefully the lighting's a little bit better than it was in my last video. Where's my cutting utensil? There it is. But yeah, I did a Final Fantasy video. If you haven't went and seen that one, you should go check it out if you're into the Final Fantasy card game. It was pretty cool. Got some pretty cool stuff. I pulled like one of the money cards in the set. This is the dullest knife in the world, apparently. But I pulled a couple of money cards, so that was nice. And then I was on the hunt for chocobos, and I pulled plenty of chocobos. If I'm not mistaken, this also has 36 booster packs in it. It'll say somewhere on here. But yeah, there's quite a few boosters in here, and pretty cool little art on the cover. I don't know which card that is. The ones I'm looking for out of this set, for sure, are going to be pirates, as you can tell by the playmat I've used in both openings at this point, and some of the old school reprints. Really love reprints. Huge fan of reprints. These are actually pretty cool because they come with, I guess, I don't know. So it's been a while since I bought Magic cards, or at least packs. So they may actually have increased how many are in each pack. It looks like there's 20 now instead of, let me get this box out of the way. It looks like there's 20 in a pack now instead of just the regular 15 like I'm used to. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and crack the first one and see what we got. I'll also do like I did with the last video where I just kind of opened them up. Just kind of ran through real quick. Let's see. Welding Sparks, Kite Sail Skirmisher, Armory of Iroas, Ripscale Predator, Strategic Planning, Harvest Spark, Malfield Twins, Scab Goliath, or Scob, however you want to say it. Oh, wow. I just realized that you couldn't see any of those cards. Alright, so we got Welding Sparks, Kite Sail Skirmisher, Armory of Iroas, Ripscale Predator, Strategic Planning, Spark Harvest, Malfeld Twins, Scab Goliath, Palace Sentinels, Ambush Viper, Marble Diamond, Amorphous Axe. Oh, that's pretty cool. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has every creature type. Kind of like that. Rupture Spire, Vow of Lightning, Supreme Will, Thought Vessel. Thought Vessel is always a pretty good card. Coercive Recruiter. That's a pirate. Huge fan of that. I got the Rayav Master Smith, so he's a dwarf. A dwarf artificer. Eyesore Warding Familiar. That is a bird. So partner, like, we'll just set all the legendaries up here, and then I'll keep pirates off to the side a little. Well, no, pirates are going to go where we can see them the entire time. So we'll go right there. And then we got our legendaries over here. Yeah. We'll look at the legendaries later. And then Fall from Favor is my foil, and then I got a soldier token. That's pretty cool. I don't really keep foils separate whenever I look at Magic, like I did for, who was it? Final Fantasy. Actually, I'm gonna keep the pirates out here like I kept the chocobos out here, and then I'll show all the legends that I got and all the what I think are worthwhile reprints at the end of this. Got a cool little tripod, so I don't have to worry about knocking it over this time. Oh, there's a pirate, brazen freebooter. We'll just keep the rare pirates. Brazen freebooter, Aqueous form. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I can't blue block. That's cool. Crow of Tidings, Skyraker Giant, Kitesail Corsair, Gift of Paradise, Sentinel Spider, Foundry Inspector, Ghastly Demise, Angel of the Dawn, Lise Alana Bowmaster, Workshop Assistant, Prophetic Prism, Burning Anger, Scholar of the Ages, Pride of the Perfect, Nightshade Harvester is the rare. Ooh, there we go. Captain Vargas Wrath and Ghost of Ramirez de Perto. I got Partner Pirates. Huge fan of that. Partner is a mechanic. Oh, and an angel token. And my foil was Portent Betrayal. Um, but partner means you can have two commanders in your command zone, as long as they both have partner or say that they will work with one another. Put my rares and my legends over here. That's really cool though. I like the fact that I got two pirates off of that. So there's going to be a lot of pirates down there at one point because there's quite a few pirates in this deck, and then I get to spend the rest of the holidays trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with all the pirates that I have amassed over this nonsense. Also, almost everything I have in here is for trade unless I just am excited, like super excited about getting it. Defiant Salvager, Portent Betrayal, non-foil, Trove Tracker, another pirate, Molder Beast, Goblin Trailblazer, Sailor of Means. See what I'm talking about? A lot of pirates in here. Findhorn Elves. I'm gonna find a way for this to actually focus a little bit better. Murder, Anointer of Valor, Scourging Bandar, Moss Diamond, Spectral Searchlight, Maelstrom Colossus, Volcanic Dragon, Siren Storm Tamer, Guildless Commons, Sweet Gum Recluse, Kedis Emberclaw Familiar, and Gilarna Collar of Wirewood with an Avian Surveyor as my foil and a Monarch token. Monarch is a really cool little what's it called? Mechanic. Put these over here. These over here, and then my tokens. I just kind of set tokens off to the side, collect them for whatever I may need them for. Something you never know. All right, out the gate we got a pirate. It's a goblin pirate too. So pirates are my favorite, or one of my favorite creature types. But goblin is always my first favorite. Impulsive Pilfer, Gale Stride, Briarblade Adept, Dragon Egg, Prying Eyes, Eye Blight Colors, Core Cartographer, Silverback Shaman, Seer's Lantern, Phyrexian Rager, Fiery Cannonade. It's a pretty cool little pirate card. Staunch Throne Guard, Opal Palace, Kongi's Lieutenant, Mask of Memory, Patron of Valiant, Soulfire Eruption. That looks like a lot of text on a red card, so it probably does a lot of damage. Allura Solemn Ritualist, and Keskit Flesh Sculptor. And my foil is a Staunch Throne Guard. Oh, we got an Elf Warrior. So pull the rare, or the mythic out, rather. Probably put all the mythics in there too. There, like I said at the beginning, there's 2 legends per pack, so there's going to be a lot of legendaries in here. That's just minimum. There's 1 legendary common creature that you can pull. Uh, and then there's like a bunch of rares and mythics, of course, and uncommons. Doom Traveler, Valakut Invoker, Preordain, Soul's Might, Crow of Dark Tidings, Seraph of Dawn, Exquisite Huntmaster, Stone Fury, Ancient Animus, Supernatural Stamina, Fire Diamond, Commander Sphere, Trusty Pack Beast, Vow of Duty, Victimize. That's one of my favorite cards. Is it because that light that is not focusing? No, it's just not focusing because it's crap. Victimize, Lore Seeker Stone, Soul of Eternal, Dargo the Shipwrecker. It's another pirate. Siani, Eye of the Storm, and Daring Saboteur. Ooh, a foil pirate. I like foil pirates. One cool thing about pirates not being like a huge popular archetype is the foils are usually fairly cheap. So you can foil out your deck, make it look all shiny, and I got a soldier token. So just some of the top cards I'm looking to pull out of here, and I don't even know if I can pull them out of a draft pack, because there's also a collector's box, but I wasn't gonna go that far. If I'm being honest, it's rather expensive for some of these things. So if I'm not gonna be getting anything back out of it, I guess if I sell the cards, it would work. But if I'm not getting anything back out of it, I'm not gonna put a whole lot into it. But we got Spark Tongue Dragon, Flood of Recollection, Ivy Lane Denizen, Dragon Mantle, Prosperous Pirates, Thorn of the Black Rose, Court Street Denizen, Fertilid, Murder, Ancestral Blade, Natural Reclamation, yeah, Sisay's Ring, Orzhov Advocus, Nadir's Nightblade, Hunter's Insight, Akroma's Will as our uh, rare, Numa, the Jorgen Chieftain, uh, Mirari, Thorn of the Glade. Ooh, cool. So that's some elf legendaries right there. Oh wow! And then we got th- two a Prismatic Piper times two with one of them being foil. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. And then a Thrall token. So we'll go ahead and set these over here. The little foil I just got right there, that's the one I was talking about where it's oh well, we can edit that out, I guess. It'd be a quick cut, and then go back to opening packs, I suppose. Anyways, um next pack time. Kind of angle that up a little bit. There we go. I feel like if my hands are going to start spending this much time in front of a camera, I should probably, I don't know, get a pedicure or some nonsense. Dispeller's Capsule, Ivy Lane Denizen, Renegade Tactics, Strategic Planning, Spark Harvest, Ripscale Predator, Sky Whaler's Shot, Finclade Fugitives, Thorn of the Black Rose, Pilgrim's Eye, Cage of Hands, Pirate's Cutlass, Benevolent Blessing, Golem Artisan, Fathom Fleet Swordjack, Reclamation Sage, that's a really good card. Jessica's Will. Jessica's Will is my rare. Glacia Power Stone Engineer. Ooh, double rares. We got a Archaeologist Lagoon Mystic. I I don't know how to say his name, but he's a turtle shaman, so he's pretty cool. And then we have an Elvish Doomsayer. When Elvish Doomsayer dies, each opponent discards a card. That's pretty cool. And then the Elf Warrior. I like it when we get double rares. So having two legendary spots technically means you could have uh man, you could almost have like four legendaries, four or five, cuz like you could have the 2 legendary spots plus your rare spot could be a legendary, plus your foil spot could be a legendary. And there's enough legendaries in the set to pull that off too. But anyway, I was saying earlier, some of the cards I'm looking for, Vampiric Tutor for sure. Maybe Scroll Rack, maybe. Um, if I pull it, I won't be upset, but it'll be. It's not high on my priority list. Rummaging Goblin, Deranged Assistant, Universal Solvent, Boarding Party, Omen Speaker, Inspiring Roar, Squad Captain, Wild Heart Invoker, Elvish Doomsayer, Azure Fleet Admiral, Angel of the Dawn, Path of Ancestry, Workshop Assistant, Ingenuity Engine, Explosion of Riches, Scaled Behemoth, Root Weaver Druid, Abomination of Land War, Quain, something meddler. It's a rabbit wizard. That's pretty cool. And our foil is an Opal Palace. That is actively the worst foil I could ever want right there. And then I have a copy token. This token can be used to represent a token that's a copy of a permanent. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like the art on that one too. This Root Weaver Druid, that's a lot of text on a green card, which means it does a lot of cool things. Or it just repeats itself over and over again. And then we got the Abomination of Land War. Abomination of Land War's power and toughness are each equal to the number of elves you control plus the number of elf cards in your graveyard. That can be huge. That could be a monster. It feels like we're already like halfway through. I'm gonna set this pack down for a second and get a swig of water. Cool little water break right here. All right. Got some hydration going. We got Jaloom Tome, Champion of the Flame, Avian Survivor, or Surveyor, Angelic Gift, Dahoond Operative. That's weird. Undying Rage, Wild Size. This card's been around for a minute, and I love the art on it. Charcoal Diamond, Viscera Seer, really good vampire. Soul's Fire, Captain's Call, Perilous Druid, or Mirror. I don't know why I said Druid. Terramorphic Expanse, Vow of Wilderness, Humble Defector, Merchant Raiders, more pirates. Mnemonic Deluge, Jury, Master of Revenue, and Jessica, Thrice Reborn, along with a Noxious Dragon for their foil. Pretty sure Jessica's going to be worth a little bit of something, maybe? I don't know. Planeswalkers are usually always solid cards to be pulling out of your packs. So we are going to take some of these packs out and move them over. So that way I have a place to put all these cards I'm opening. Instead of having to reach across every time, we're going to set everything up like I'm some semblance of organized over here. The INCW Studios. Not really. It's just a regular bedroom. Nothing to worry about here. No violence, no hardcore match. That'd be cool if like a hardcore match kicked off. I know there's no more hardcore title, but it would still be pretty cool if the hardcore title match kicked off in the middle of one of these box openings and like it was live action instead of being on 2K19 and people just started beating the hell out of each other. I really feel like that would get us some views for sure. Maybe not the kind we want, but views nonetheless. 20 minutes deep, and I feel like we're over halfway through this box. All right, we got Champion of the Flame, Forceful Denial, Haunted Cloak, Crimson Fleet Commodore, Aqueous Form, Sanitarium Skeleton, Slith Ascendant, Elvish Visionary, really good card. Sky Diamond, Fleshbag Marauder, love that card. Raise the Alarm, Armorillis, I don't know. Sphere, Command Tower. Command Tower is a really good card if you play Commander. I know Command is in the name, but it's a really good card. You should definitely have all of them. Angelic Armaments, Monstrous Onslaught, Slaughter the Strong. Ooh! Ooh! That is the card right there. Holy crap! So we're gonna ignore the legendaries back there for just a second. So I need this to focus in now more than ever. That is a Jeweled Lotus. This goes in every commander deck. You can barely see it, but it costs 0. And you tap it to sacrifice it, and you add 3 mana of any one color, and you can only use that to cast your commander. That's really good. So basically what you do is you play a land, and then you play Jeweled Lotus for free, and then you sack it, and you tap that land, and then you play a 4-cost commander at the very beginning of the game on your first turn. However, in my scenario, there's another card called Soul Ring, which is also really good and costs 0 that produces 2 mana. But I have them in all of my decks, and I never draw them. So, man, that's actually really good. I'm really hyped about that. Hamza, Guardian of Arashin, and Nimris, Una's Tracker. Ooh, there's another one. Ooh, with the foil rare. Well, there's a little Salamander Warrior. We'll get back to that in a minute. Let's take some time to relish in the fact that we just opened 3 rares in this pack, and I think they're all fairly solid. Pirate's gonna have to take a sidestep over here. But so we got Una's Trickster. We got the Corrupted Observer. At the beginning of each player's post-combat main phase, that player adds 2 mana for each of your opponents who lost life this turn. Or 2 colorless mana. That's a lot. That could be a lot. That light is killing me again. There we go. Then you got Jeweled Lotus. Already read that. Una's Trickster has Flash, which means you can play it at instant speed, flying, and whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand and the other into your graveyard. That's ridiculous. You get to draw a card whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, and Black and Blue is going to be doing that a lot. That's really cool. I like all of this. I like everything I pulled out of that pack right there. Just strict rares alone. Everything I pulled out of that pack, perfect. No complaints here from me. Pirates have to take a sidestep real quick because I had to explain how good both of those cards were. Somebody counter my card and then draw a card off of it. It's a fact that anytime you add draw a card to a card in Magic the Gathering, it becomes a better card. Skyraker Giant, Gale Strike, Briarblade Adept, Brazen Freebooter, Kitesail Corsair, Sentinel Spider, Foundry Inspector, Phyrexian Rager, Ninth Bridge Patrol, that Bowmaster that I can't say its name, Ghastly Demise, Prophetic Prism, Daring Saboteur, Confiscate, really like Confiscate, some type of witches right here. Wheel of Misfortune, that's another one I have really been looking forward to getting. Wheel of Fortune is a card in the game, and it's very expensive because it's very old. Wheel of Misfortune is the next best thing. It's like the poor man's version of it, so we're just going to set that aside for a little bit so we can look at that. Elgith Crossroads Augur. It's another rare. Oh, Kamal Heart of Corrosa. That's a mythic. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, we got a rare, we got a mythic, we got a rare. Our foil's just a charcoal diamond, and then we got another prismatic piper. Ooh, and treasure. I like treasure. Huge fan of treasure. Kamal Heart of Corrosa. Kamal's been one of my favorite creatures or characters in Magic lore for a long time. He's been a barbarian. He's been a druid. Now he's a partner apparently. It's just he's really cool. He's never had any bad art. I know it's terrible, but he's never had any bad art. Just overall awesome card throughout Magic's history, of course. Like whenever it's there, whenever it's not there, can't really be too awesome of a card. This pack's hard to open. That must mean there's something good in here. I doubt it. It feels awful like thick though. Like it feels like there's more than 20 cards in my hand right now. Gift of Paradise, Impulsive Pilfer, Prying Eyes, Howling Golem, Dragon Eye, Spontaneous Mutation, Core Cartographer, Silverback Shaman, Seer's Lantern, Eyeblight Colors, Fiery Cannonade, Staunch Throne Guard, Opal Palace, Faith's Fetters, Pen and Blade, Dreamstone Hedron. My pirate is Amphin Mutineer. And then there is Prava of the Steel Legion. And is he? No. And then Armrix Filgry Thrasher. And then my foil is Murder. I probably won't do a recap of the pirates just because they're just gonna chill over there. But just know, if you ever play me in Commander, or EDH as it was once called before it was, what's it called? Not corporate. I don't know. Before it became like an actual format back in the day. Before it became Commander. All right. So we got Dispeller's Capsule, Corpse Churn. Oh, nice. Mill 3 cards. When you do, you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, I like that. Renegade Tactics, Scholar of Stars, Lifecrafter's Gift, Skywhaler's Shot, Finclade Fugitives, Eyeblight Massacre. Is that? Yeah. Pilgrim's Eye, Cage of Hands, Entourage of Trest, Pirate's Cutlass, Benevolent Blessing, Vow of Lightning, Armorcraft Judge, Nadier's Nightblade, Court of Bounty. I like courts. Oh, that's another pirate. Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator. And Gormuldak the Anamorphologist? You and permanents you control have protection from salamanders. That's really specific. At the beginning of your end step, each player who controls the fewest creatures creates a 4/3 blue salamander warrior. I guess. I don't know how I feel about that card. But double rares. Can't be upset about double rares. And Aqueous Form is our rare. Or our foil, rather. And then you got a copy token. Hopefully, I didn't see any comments on. I say hopefully. I didn't see any comments on the last video or on the last box opening I did, and the comments is actually what lets us know what we can fix, what we can get better around, aside from what I already know as far as like lighting and whatnot. But yeah, that kind of lets us know what we can or what we should try or what we need to dial back on or something like that. Like someone told me earlier today that the intro volume and the outro volume is a little bit loud, or I talk a little bit low, and I can't really change the volume of my voice because already feel like I'm screaming into the mic. So yeah, we'll get that adjusted to where we can we can provide better content for everybody. Welding Sparks, Kite Scale Skirmisher, Armory of Iroas, Rip Scale Predator, Strategic Planning, Spark Harvest, Malfield Twins, Scab Goliath. This pack looks real familiar. Palace Sentinels, Ambush Viper, Marble Diamond, Amorphous Axe, Rupture Spire, Thirst for Knowledge. Love that card. Fencing Ace, Sunset Pyramid, Slash the Ranks as my rare. Destroy all creatures and planeswalkers except for commanders. And then we have Nadir, Agent of Dusknail, and Thalise, Reverent Medium. What kind of foil is that? Whoa! I don't know if you can get. Man, that's a wicked looking foil. Holy crap! It's. Is it textured? It looks. It's not, but it looks it. Holy crap! I really like that. Radiant Sarah Archangel. Man, there it is. Look at that. Look at all that foiling. Holy crap. Oh man, that looks really good. That's not going in the regular foil pile. Nope, nope, nope. It's going over here with the rares. Be That's an uncommon. Should not look that good to be an uncommon. Just saying right now. Should not look that good to be an uncommon. And we got a copy token. I know I didn't pay too much attention to the copy token, but that foil caught me completely off guard. I wonder if it's like a special type of foiling that they've been doing. I don't know. All right. Comes another pack opening. We got plenty of pack openings. Spark Tongue Dragon. Oh, I didn't even move the last pack out. Huh. Spark Tongue Dragon. Flood of Recollection. Ivy Lane Denizen. Dragon Mantle. Prosperous Pirates. Thorn of the Black Rose. Court Street Denizen. Fertilid. Murder. Ancestral Blade. Wild Size. Natural Reclamation. Sisay's Ring. Null Caller. Strength of the Pack. Frenzied Saddle Brute. Sazat's Will. Alright, that looks pretty interesting. Halana Kessig Ranger. And Levo Oathsworn Sentinel. With our foil being Thorn of Black Rose. Nice. And an Elf Warrior. I kind of like the Kessig Ranger because she's from one of my favorite planes. I don't know if that Sazaz's Will is really good. It probably is. There's a lot of text on a black card. Anytime you see just a mountain of text, it's probably something really good that I'm not going to understand right out the gate. Choose one. If you control a commander as you cast this spell, you may choose both. Okay. Each opponent sacrifices a creature they control with the greatest power, and exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards, then create X01 black thrall tokens, where X is the greatest power among creature cards exiled this way. That's pretty solid. Might come out of there with a couple thralls. They have a guy that requires you to sacrifice thralls for him to stay in place. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, they also while I'm in between snatching up packs here, I'm doing a Nuzlocke challenge. I've already recorded my first attempt. It was very short. The video is about an hour long, but I did not make it far. Didn't even make it out of the wilds for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So, gonna try that again. I think I'm gonna try it on Shield this time around, and just see where that goes. Will the zoom help? There's got to be something on here to adjust any of that. Oh well. Scholar of Stars, Lifecrafter's Gift, Welding Sparks, Flood of Recollection, Corpse Churn, Entourage of Trest, Malfilled Twins, Scab Goliath, Court Street Denizen, Ambush Viper, Marble Diamond, Amorphous Axe, Rupture Spire, Vow of Flight, Hero's Blade, Feast of Succession. Ooh, Rejuvenating Springs. I really like multicolored lands. Once you start to play Commander and stuff like that, you'll enjoy it too. Arazumi of the Dead Tide. Oh, Rogrock, Son of Rogra. So this is a cool little guy. I thought he was a goblin at first. He's a kobold warrior, but I really like him. I don't know why he has that little mark right there. That's kind of odd. Does he flip over? No. Huh. He's got this little red mark right there, and I haven't seen it on any of the other legends. We'll have to look that up. He costs 0 to play, by the way. And he's a 0/1 with First Strike, Menace, and Trample. And he says Strength is relative. Raise the Alarm for my foil. And a Horror. Yeah, like some cards, I just like them because they look cool, or they got cool little flavor to them. Other cards, not so much. Man. I'm starting to think that the cards I want only come in like the collector's boosters, and that's going to make me really sad. Spark Tongue Dragon, Scrap Diver Serpent, Crushing Vines, Dragon Mantle, Kite Sail Skirmisher, Bitter Revelation, Palace Sentinels, Farhaven Elf, Eyeblight Massacre, Ancestral Blade, Natural Reclamation, Sisay's Ring, Return to Dust, Vow of Torment, Arcane Signet. That's a really good card. They just came out with that. Plague Reaver. That's pretty nasty looking. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice each other creature you control. Discard 2 cards, sacrifice Plague Reaver, choose target opponent, return Plague Reaver to the battlefield under that player's control at the beginning of their next end step. Oh, wow. So you can just send him over there to nuke everything. Anara Wolvid Familiar. Oh, a wolf. As long as it's your turn, commanders you control have indestructible. Nice. Arden Intrepid Archaeologist. Guildless Commons as my foil. And a Prismatic Piper and a zombie. What I probably should have done is hung that from my boom. Or hung my camera from my boom so I wouldn't bump into it and it'd be a direct top-down view. Jaloom Tome. Oh, I didn't put this away, so we're just going to make a huge stack. Makeshift Munitions. I like that card. Avian Surveyor. Angelic Gift. Dund Operative. Fertilid. Charcoal Diamond. Viscera Seer. Soul's Fire. Kinsblade Courier. Wild Size. Perilous Mirror. Terramorphic Expanse. Furnace Celebration. Ordeal of Nylea. Volcanic Torrent. A War Room. Iktekit Salvage Splicer. Singir Dark Baron. There was an entire upset thread about him not being a good card. So I guess he's not good. Foil Wild Size. And a zombie. I like those zombies. They look almost like vampires, but I like them. I may not. I'm probably not going to do a. I'll go through and see what the like really high end cards are, like the most valuable cards that I pull, and then we'll then we'll see where we're at. Undying Rage, Runaway Together, Armory of Iroas, Wild Celebrants, Prosperous Pirates, Blade Brand, Eyeblight Assassins, Filgry Familiar, Captain's Call, Annoyed Altisor, Fall from Favor, Iona's Judgment, Loomguard Gargoyle, Warden of Evo Sile, First Response, Demonic Lure, Horizon Stone. What's that do? If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. That's pretty cool. Breeches, Brazen Plunderer. That's another goblin. And it's a goblin pirate. It's important. Rebek, Architect of Ascension. Filgry Familiar. And Salamander Warrior. We are down to our last 5 packs. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. 5 packs. Only pulled technically one thing I was really looking for as far as rares and stuff go. Um, but you know, you win some, you lose some. That's why we gamble and buy booster packs. That's why I can always go buy singles, stuff like that. Um, you know, it's fun. That's the important part. It's fun. I love opening packs, seeing new cards. Runaway Together, Crushing Vines, Portent Betrayal, Forceful Denial, Doom Traveler, Farhaven Elf, Bitter Revelation, Filigree Familiar, Raise the Alarm, Annoyed, blah blah blah, whatever that dinosaur, Eyeblight Assassin, Iona's Judgment, uh, Lumen Grid Gargoyle, Intrepid Signs, Three Visits, Meteor Golem, Magus of the Order. Oh, a unicorn. Uh, Lethiel Bounteous Dawn. Uh, Larry Nevin. I found out last night that his name is Larry Nevin spelled backwards. Champion of the Flame and the Monarch token. So this is what I was talking about right here. I got 3 rares in 1 pack. That's really cool. Really like that. It'd be cool if it was like legend rare, legend rare, legend rare, and then like legend foil rare or something like that, or mythic or something like that. But still, I'm happy with just that alone. Uh, so we will put these over here. That is an actual unicorn in Magic the Gathering. I'm pretty sure there's been some before, but I don't remember it. Crack pack. Makeshift munitions. So I will sacrifice treasure to throw it at your face all day long. Trove Tracker, Haunted Cloak, Wild Celebrants, Scrap Driver, Serpent, Molder Beast, Fall from Favor, Kinsblade Courier, Elvish Visionary, Sky Diamond, Exquisite Huntmaster, Amarilli Sphere, Command Tower, Intangible Virtue, Codex Shredder, Cast Down, uh, Rakash Debaser? I don't know. Uh, oh no, that's not it. Tormund the Desecrator, Kanji the Sky Warden, and Palace Sentinels, and Treasure. Put target creature card from defending player's graveyard on the battlefield under you control. That's annoying. That's what this one does right here. Kind of, sort of running out of space in this box, which don't make any sense because it literally is. I'm trying to fit the exact same amount of cards in there that came out of there. So crack the pack. If you want, I can also do Pokemon pack openings. I won't give you the codes because I like the codes, but you know we can do pack openings. Goblin Trailblazers, Preordain, Blade Brand, Crimson Fleet Commodore, Sailor of Means, Silith Ascendant, Flinthorn Elves. I'm starting to not be able to see. Fleshbag Marauder, Anointer of Valor, Scrounging Bandar, Moss Diamond, Spectral Searchlight, Maelstrom Colossus, Meteoric Mace, Grafted War Gear, Imperious Perfect, Wrong Turn. Let's see what that does. Target opponent gains control of target creature. Ah, that's pretty cool. Brylan. Oh, I already see it. Brinlin the Moon Kraken. Blim Comedic Genius. And look at that. Look at that right there. We have a mythic of some stupid foil looking nonsense, right? Oh my god. You have to see this in person. That's just incredible. I love all of that. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at that foil. So good. So freaking good. And it's a Kamal? Come on, bruh. That's my boy. Look, you can even see the, like, can't see the emblem at all. Boom. Set emblem shows up right there. Bruh. Cannot get over how good that looks. I like the look of Blim Comedic Genius. Whenever Blim Comedic Genius deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of target permanent you control. Then each player loses life and discards cards equal to the number of permanents they control but don't own. That's a lot. That is a lot. And then, yeah, wrong turn. Target opponent gains control of target creature. Uh, so you just kind of be like, hey, you get that. Imperious Perfect is really cool. Super good for elves. That's another thing. I have an elf deck. I don't play it personally, but I have it for whenever people are like, "Oh man, I want to play Magic," and then they don't have a deck, or if people come over and I'm like, "Hey, do y'all want to try to learn how to play?" and we crack it open and we play. It's pretty fun. Soul's Might, Boarding Party, Deranged Assistant, Universal Solvent, Defiant Salvager, Rummaging Goblins, Sanitarium Skeleton, Stone Fury, Seraph of Dawn, Ancient Animus, Supernatural Stamina, Commander Sphere, Trusty Pack Beast, Skilled Animator, Open the Armory, Revenant, Promise of Tomorrow. Whenever a creature you control dies, exile it. At the beginning of each end step, if you control no creatures, sacrifice Promise of Tomorrow and return all cards exiled with it to the battlefield under your control. That's really cool. Oh, look at that. It's a little cat. It's a little nightmare cat. Falfus, the Shadow Cat Familiar. Amadi, the Celebrant of Bounty. Ivy Lane Denizen from a foil and a Monarch. All right. So this clearly had fewer packs in it than the what's it called? The Final Fantasy one, or maybe I just went a little bit slower with Final Fantasy. But yeah. So we'll go ahead, rip this open real quick. Last pack, ladies and gentlemen. The last pack, bottom of the barrel. Let's hope there's something good in there. Omen Speaker. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first one we've seen out of this box. So Omen Speaker might actually be a pretty good sign. So we got Omen Speaker, Inspiring Roar, Valakut Invoker, Spontaneous Mutation, Howling Golem, Fire Diamond, Squad Captain, Wildheart Invoker, Elvish Doomsayer, Azure Fleet Admiral, Ninth Bridge Patrol, Path of Ancestry, Mindless Automaton, Brass Herald, Stinger Fling Spider, Blasphemous Act. It's a pretty good card. I like some Blasphemous Act. The non-foil of the Angel Chick. Ooh, Lisa, Shroud of Dusk. Really good pull right there. Man, huge fan of that Angel. So basically, in Commander, I know you can't see it, but I'm gonna explain it. In Commander, you have an ability, or you have a mechanic where whenever your commander dies, it can go to the command zone, which is outside of your deck. It's a special area that only legendary creatures can live in. And when you cast them after the first time, you have to pay 2 colorless on top of what you've already paid. For her, you can pay 2 life and bring her back. And then she has lifelink and flying, so she can hit something. She can hit somebody for 5, and you gain 5. And then on top of that, whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 2 life. That counts for you too. But I mean, realistically, in these colors, when you cast a spell, something's gonna happen anyways. So I mean, that's really cool. I like that. Super glad I pulled her. Pride of the Perfect. Elves you control get +2/+0 from a foil. Another Prismatic Piper and a Spirit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sort out the cards that I'm most excited that I got. And I'll showcase them right here on the mat. Once I'm doing that, we'll just do like a little closing thing or whatever. And yeah, these are the ones I'm most excited about, aside from this little stack of pirates right here. Huge fan of the stack of pirates. There's a lot of legendary pirates. I really wanted him. There's still a pirate I didn't pull out of here, but he was top of my list. This one was also top of my list. But anyways, yeah, these are the ones with this being the most important, if I had to guess. That Court of Bounty right here. These three, I think, or these three right here, I think are probably the best pulls in the whole thing. Maybe Jessica Thrice Reborn. Maybe the Planeswalker up here. But yeah, so once again I appreciate y'all watching this little opening right here. Getting I'm getting kind of used to this. I'm trying to formulate some way to like have a better setup. I may need to get another table to specifically do this at instead of just doing it at my desk. Um, but yeah, it's, the support and uh, the feedback is very necessary for me to continue to get better at what we're doing here. Um, I want I want more than just INCW to kind of be my thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, I can do deck techs. I don't know if I'll do commander deck techs, but if you want to see them, I can kind of throw it together. I guess it's 100 cards to roll through, but like for Final Fantasy or anything like that, I can kind of go through and explain the decks I run and what I do with them. I don't know the ins and outs of everything unless you ask me about my goblins, and I'm pretty close to knowing everything about what they do. Um, but yeah, I basically just play and learn. That's all I do. Um, I see what works. Like I'll find something that works, I'll put it together, and then I'll adjust it to where I think something would work a little bit better. Even if I'm wrong, it fits my play style better, and that's kind of how I get where I'm going. But that's a story for another time. Super huge fan of this Kamala right here. I'm probably about to go build some level of Kamala Heart of Krosa like partner deck and just beat the crap out of somebody. Like if that other angel that I pulled has partner, does she? Yeah, she's got partner. So I could have tap another untapped creature you control with flying. Radiant Sarah Archangel gains protection from the color of your choice until the end of turn. That'd be pretty cool, I guess. It's a really expensive deck, but I'd have green, so I could do all the cool things with green. I don't even know where that other card is. It's buried somewhere in here. There it is. Good lord, that foil. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm done gushing about foils. I'm done gushing about pulling a jeweled Lotus. Yeah, I'm gonna go look and see if I can throw any of these into decks right now. And until next time, y'all have a good one.